like love, 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 and music. La la la, love, 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 and music. Love, love.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner. I know. I didn't post a Teen Mom OG thing last week. I didn't do a Teen Mom and get pregnant last week either. I'm not going to redo them. I had notes and just was like, you know, I haven't watched the Teen Mom Young and Pregnant episodes from Monday. It was 2 episodes, and I was like, who y'all think? You had one from 10 to 11 and one from 11 to 12? Girl, bye. So I'm going to watch them. Today is Wednesday currently. So I watch them today. And you'll get those 2 episodes, but I know I'm not going to do the last week's one because I'm not as invested in Teen Mom as I used to be. Like, it's just not as good as it used to be. The show kind of needs to go off the air. Honestly, it does. But, I don't want to be a hater. Anyway, this is Teen Mom OG Season 7, Episode 29. So, we're going to start off. If you have not done so already, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel and become a whole J-Bird. Hello to all my J-Birds. Y'all know I love you all. Do not forget to like, comment, and share this video. To also hit that notification bell. And, shop my Teespring merchandise is in the description box below. Hoodies, t-shirts, mugs, sweatshirts, all that good stuff. The Get the Girl to Fuck Buy stuff is available, so please make sure to shop. Okay? Anyway, first up, Mason Taylor. Really easy. We know Mason Taylor, because since I didn't do last week, I'll say little stuff from last week. Let me see if I can find it. Just in case I'm like, oh, remember, girl? They did that. Such ghetto language. Yeah, they moved into their house, basically. Mackenzie had the baby. Ryan's still in treatment, but he's doing good. Next, we see that Jade has to have her tonsils taken out. She's 3 years old, and her airways are the size of the tip of a pen, and it should be the size of a thumb. And I'm like, that's, she can't breathe. They bring up how they know she has trouble sleeping because she can't breathe, and maybe she's just nervous because she's only 3 years old. And she said, Bentley also had a procedure done too, but Bentley had it when he was 6. And she's just like, Jade is just so young. She can't breathe. Taylor, like, I know, it's crazy, she brings up how, we don't know how she's going to react to anesthesia. It's just so scary. And Taylor, like, girl, wife, love, she can't breathe. We're going to have to go on, schedule this surgery, for them to do it this month. But she's just worried. She does, like, call a friend of hers who, like, is familiar with the procedure or whatever to kind of ease her mind. And she's like, well, no, it's okay. They do it differently with the younger kids. There is it's they're more gentler with the younger kids. It's not, that big of a deal. So they scheduled the surgery for, like, a few days away. And that was that, and she had the surgery. And it was real cute and easy with them. Especially since them, it was easy. I like how she explained the surgery to Jade when she said, you're going to go to the doctor. You're going to get some juice, okay? You're going to take a little nap, okay? You're going to wake up from your nap and then have a popsicle. And then you'll come home. She's like, okay. So she explained it how a kid will get it because she's 3. Even though Bentley then said, you got to get some giggle juice. And I guess she knows giggle juice is like something like, like medicine. She's like, I don't want giggle juice. She's like, no, it's not giggle juice. Bentley, it's, regular, whatever. She's like, Bentley had it before and Bentley's fine. Isn't it fine? And Bentley said yes. So, she had the procedure. It was, an outpatient procedure. She woke up fine. She was a whole little trooper or whatever. They took her home. Even though in the car, she was coughing a little bit, which, of course, scared them both. Scared both Macy and Taylor. And, they were, like, in parent mode. And they just took her home, gave her a hot bath. and she was okay. And that was really it. That was really it. Even last week, you know, yeah, moving to the new house, Billy was there for Macy having a baby, not Macy, for Mackenzie having a baby because they just wanted him to be involved since it's a sibling. She had a boy. Um, yeah, and the baby name was Jagger. And Billy said the boy, the brother, looks like Ryan, and he looked like he enjoyed his time with his people. And that was basically it. Cheyenne and Corey. Last week they came back from their vacation. She was out there with Corey or whatever. Her sister, who was also pregnant, made Cheyenne and Corey the godparents. That's weird. It's I don't. That's just different. Corey was shocked because he was very surprised, but he was honored but shocked. Awkward. And Cheyenne was saying how now she has feelings for him. So come this episode, she rented a house for her birthday for all of her friends to come over and party. And so I get wasted. Corey is also coming with his friends to hang out with her friends. And they can all be friends. I'm saying, alright, is that alright with you? She brings up how since she's single, her feelings for him is grown. And also Corey's single too. So she's all, confused and discombobulated. Corey came, gave like a whole little speech and a little different thing, saying how, Cheyenne's amazing, how he's happy, how much her family has welcomed him into the family since they had the baby together, whatever, and she's great and let's celebrate her birthday. Corey and Cheyenne very much so flirt with each other. Corey and Cheyenne very much so act like they want to be together, but also that's the same way Corey has acted with every female I've ever seen him deal with on the challenge. Like, he acts like he wants to be with them, but he really just wants to be with everyone. Corey is the definition of a community dick, meaning he's down to be with whoever. He don't want to be tied down to one person. He wants to share with the community, and I'm like, Cheyenne needs to get that. Girl, it ain't, no. So her friend's like, yeah, so what happens if like a guy comes like to want to flirt with you and dance with you or whatever? And Corey's just like, I don't know, ask him. So she then asked Corey, what would you do if a girl came up like flirt and want to dance with you? He said, oh, I would tell her I'm here with my baby mama. Like, I ain't with that or whatever. I wouldn't dare disrespect you in public. I said, okay, okay, okay. And she's like, oh, that's so funny because they actually asked me what I do. And I said, I don't know, ask Corey. Ha 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 ha. Girl, it's weirdly, awkwardly, like, you want him to say he wants to be with you. So I'm going to act like, I don't know what I would do. What would you do, Corey? Girl, you gonna have sex with her later. Anyway, the next day she's at the house, whatever. It's the following day. She brings up how one of her exes showed up and how Corey was very, very angry about it or whatever. He was just not happy. She says at the club, like the guy showed. Of course, that Corey texted her and told her the guy was there, mainly because Corey knew who the guy was because it was the same guy she used to date before she was on the challenge. And you know what I'm saying? The guy was supposed like just standing around looking at her or whatnot, which made Corey feel weird. And then Corey said, well, I know he's texting you. And she said, well, he was, but I didn't think no big deal about it. And Corey said, yeah, and his beard is better than mine. And she's like, well, I think you're better than... A whole bunch of bullshit rigmarole, if you ask me. Corey... She said then Corey came back to the house, what they all did, and how her and Corey was upstairs arguing because Corey was angry, and that he said he was mainly angry about being angry. I'm like, that's why you shouldn't get drunk and hang out with your baby daddy. She also brings up how Corey used to being the center of attention, and at her birthday party, she was the center of attention, and she was also getting attention. So for him, he may not have known how to handle that. I say either way it goes. She says because they're both single, it's weird. It's not. It's only weird because you like him and you want to be with him, and he may like you too, and he may want to be with you, but he also wants to be with whoever else. Let's just say that. We do see an older friend, I don't know if it's like an auntie or whatever, who was there. And she said, what he knows, he needs to step up. You know what I'm saying? Because he knows you won't be around waiting forever. I said, yes, you will. Cheyenne, if Corey told her in 5 years that he wanted to be a couple, she would drop what she doing and be with Corey. It's just, it is what it is. The following day, Corey and all his friends come over. And I'm like, it was like him and friends, people from the challenge too. Because I seen, was it Joss? Yeah, I think it was Joss. I seen Joss. I think I seen um it was Joss and somebody else. I can't think who else it was. But anyway, so Corey brought his male friends to come hang out with her female friends. Again, you can tell your friends to come meet my friends. We can be friends. Is that alright with you? So and they all finna hang out. And so she asked Corey about like kind of what's going on, how he was acting or whatever. He's like, yeah, I didn't handle it the right way, which is, it was a completely weird situation. He says, I do. She's like, so you think we shouldn't like hang out together, like at the club or whatever? Like, when we go club it again, like it happens or whatever. And he said, like, in the future, I don't think it's smart for us to go out and club together. Like, he said, because, you know what I'm saying, it's going to be girls who are going to want me, it's going to be guys who are going to want you. And it's just, it's going to make it too awkward, for us having to not deal with it or having to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? It's just weird. He says we just shouldn't club together anymore. And then says, I also don't think we should cross those lines. And she's looking like, I don't want him to say that to me. But I mean, he's not. I mean, what he's saying is true. There are going to be girls who want him. There are going to be guys who want her. And I feel like he don't want to see her being flirted with in front of him, but he also don't mind if she's in a whole full-fledged relationship. Like, I don't think he minds when she's in a relationship, but the whole flirting thing can get weird. So, I mean, they shouldn't, kick it. Amber. Last week, Amber stuff was easy. She brought up how her depression was coming back or whatever. So she wants to kind of spend some more time with Leah and not be like this and this and this. That they went over because Christina brought up how Leah told her, no, how Christina told her that Leah doesn't want to wear shorts because she's growing hair on her legs and she wants to wear pants. So she said she wants to go over there and show Leah how to shave her legs because she's like, I feel like, I'm her mother, not Christina, and you know what I'm saying, I want to be involved in it. I don't want to bullshit. Amber is mom, but Amber isn't mom. Like, Amber is mom in title, but Amber isn't like doing as much as she can be to be mom. But it was cute to see her and Christina work together to show Leah how to shave her legs. That part was cute. And that was it. Amber said how she wants to be there for big moments or whatever. Saying how she knows that there was damage that she did being gone so much. But but Leah always saying how she's busy. And both Gary and Christina say, it's not just you that she does that to. She says to us too. She'll tell us too that she doesn't want to do something because she's busy doing whatever else. She's like, so it's not just you. Anyway, in this episode, Amber's still struggling with her depression. And so she wants to go talk to a therapist. And she's talking to the producer just about how she's going through issues or whatever, her depression and just different feelings or whatever. And she brings up how Andrew tries to help her here and there, but sometimes it's hard because sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But she's like, I don't want him to feel like, he's not doing something right. Well, the issue is just that I have this, mental disorder where sometimes I just can't feel good. You know what I'm saying? I'm clinically depressed. So she does go to a doctor who diagnosed her with postpartum depression. I'm not surprised. Andrew was on the phone with his sister telling her about it too, and the sister brought up how maybe y'all should go to support groups. She can go to a support group for moms who have bipolar, who has postpartum depression, and then he can maybe find a group, a support group for men whose person has issues, for postpartum or even bipolar or depression, so that way he can also have an outlet to how he feels and maybe get information on how to handle it too. I thought it was an absolute wonderful idea because it would give them both just a perspective of how other people deal with it, and maybe just get some information on how they can also, kind of, do some things differently too. Anyway, over at Gary's house, the PI he hired, the private investigator, has found a man who may be his father. He brings up how he talked to the man or whatever. The man knew certain things that he would only know if he was around back then dealing with Gary's mama. You know what I'm saying? He brings up how he's excited that it's his person because Gary really, really, really wants to find his father. He said, but I also don't want to get excited because I don't want to get disappointed again. Again, because he's, gotten his hopes up and it's crushed because it's not true. So we do see that he and a guy did a DNA test and he got the results or whatever. So you know what I'm saying, he has Christina open the envelope because he can't do it, and she reads it and she smiles, and she was like, "He's your dad." He was like, I mean, Gary just did a whole. He it was a sigh of relief, like, oh my God, I finally know who my dad is after all these years, and after all, you know, me really really wanting to know. Hearing him just do that sigh of relief, which is so amazing, I was wanted to cry, like I really really did, because it's just, you know, it's an amazing thing when you want to know someone and you find out who they are. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, oh, you know, any man you miss that. So it's a whole thing. So he's like, yep, it's like 99.999 that this person's your father. So we do see Gary gonna meet the guy. His name is Mike, who was his birth father, and he doesn't know their test results yet. And when they showed the dude, I said he looked just like his daddy. I'm like, that's your father. Like that is your, like you. I'm like, oh my God. It was really. I'm like, oh wow. He looks like him. The only difference is the guy had a beard, but I'm like, he definitely looks like his father. So he then say like, what's you know what's going on? Like, well, I got good news and bad news. He's like, and he just gave him the envelope with the results in it. And he reads it. He's like, oh, so it said 999, you know, whatever. He's like, oh, so that means, you know what that means? He's like, yeah, that means I'm your father, right? He's like, yeah. And even the dude, even Mike was happy about it or whatever. He said, yeah, I felt like when the private eye called me, he's like, I just knew it. He's like, I knew I was your father at that. Like I didn't know it was me. He said even the first time we talked on the phone, it was this connection between us that I just knew it. And I was like, you knew it. You look like him. Like you look, you look like him. You know what I'm saying? I think once the PI called him, that could have been the reason why he said, I know it. Like someone is looking for the father. He's thinking maybe you. He like, you know, he do look like me. We do. He's like a, you know, he's a hussier guy too. So I mean, he looks like his father. You know, he brings up how he want. They both say how they want a relationship. You know, Gary says he wants to, you know, integrate the kids to knowing that that's his birth father, whatever. Mike then says, you know, you have siblings. I have my kids want to meet you because you are their older brother. You know, their big brother. And I'm like, well, yeah, he's that. And it was great. It was a great thing because I feel like Gary, um, found something he had been searching for his whole life, and now he'll even have a bigger family because he has more siblings. And it's, you know, it was a great thing. It was a great thing. It's a great thing for a person to find their birth parent. Let's say that. We do see Amber and Andrew talk towards the end, and you know, he brings up how he talked to his sister. She had a suggestion that maybe they try, you know, group therapy, like, you know, like support groups to maybe help. She then was like, that's just stupid. You know what I'm saying? Why would I go do that? So I would go and say, I've been on TV for 10 years. And I always have cameras in my face. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like shit, my life, you know, all these things. I'm looking like Amber really equates everything in her life to, I've been on TV for 10 years. You being on TV for 10 years has nothing to do with your depression. Like, I feel like if you weren't on TV for 10 years, you would still be depressed. You just probably would not have the money to get you some good medication, let's say that. So the way she made it seem like, I won't relate to them just because we, you know, have these issues or whatever. That's why I'm going to, why would I want to go and just talk about, I'm like, what? But this is the crazy Amber we're used to, who kind of just like, flies off the handle for no apparent reason. And he like, well, maybe, you know what I'm saying, it was just a suggestion, you know, it may help. I don't need to do that. I don't need to do that. I need to wait for it, you know, for it to get better. I'm like, you know what, Amber? You know, it's like an alcoholic saying, I don't need AA. I don't need to go to a meeting and talk to other people who go through some of the same things as I do. Sometimes you do, because it can help you realize maybe I'm doing something that doesn't work for me, but it worked for them. Could I try that? Or maybe just me expressing what I'm feeling to someone who gets how you can feel this crappy, it could just release some of that tension. But Amber is Amber. So, girl, bye. Kate and Tyler. What did they talk about last week? She had an ultrasound. Butch came to visit from sober living. That whole thing, it was fine. He has no facial hair, which is weird. He asked Kate to forgive him for all the bullshit he's done in the past. Um, and yeah, they, Kate and Tyler still talk and are still gonna separate for the little month or whatever. He gonna stay at the other house, but that was about it. So in this episode, their new house is almost done. So they're out like buying new appliances or whatever to get put in the house. And you know what I'm saying? Kate is like, he's been really distant lately. So even though I had another doctor's appointment, like he just really hasn't been, he didn't even go with me. And so, we then see Tyler like, the first two pregnancies, I was at every doctor's visit, like I was at every single thing. He's like, but with this kid, I already know that some doctor visits I just don't need to go to. Like some of them are just for you, for them to say like, well, you're fine, so you went 6 weeks or whatever. And I get what he meant in that, meaning we've done this 2 times over, and I'm now aware that every single doctor's visit, I don't have to go with you. I mean, you can, but people say, after a couple babies, the mom was like, boy, I'm just going to get. It's fine. You ain't no big. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta come to this one. You went to the last two. Just say I ain't got time with. You know what I'm saying? I didn't see much wrong with that. So as they're sitting there talking or whatever, because she's 15 weeks along, whatever. So she's like, everything is going okay. Health wise, she's fine and all that stuff. He then gets like a text with like updates for the house. He's like, oh yeah, this is getting done. This is getting done. This is getting done. Yeah, we'll be able to be in there like pretty soon. And what I'm saying, she's like, well yeah, I'm just So he says he's excited to be moving in. And she's like, well yeah, the house is almost ready. And I feel like they bought that house as a couple. I feel like they bought it to be their forever home. When they looked at it, they thought it's perfect for us. I do feel like it's something very weird that when the house is finished being renovated, that he's moving in by himself. I feel like on some level, neither of them should live in their house. But I also get you don't want to spend money on a third house or apartment or even a hotel for a month because that's a waste of money. But I still also feel like you should move into your forever home when y'all separated. I just feel like, because if y'all together and then she comes in, like, it just won't be the same. Yay, our house together. It'll always be you came to this house first when we were separated. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, for me, it's like some bad juju. This is some bad juju. Anyway, but whatever. We do see they want to still continue couples therapy, but they don't want it to be filmed. And I'm like, that's different. Okay. So they then, after therapy, they go to dinner with his mom. And, she's like, so y'all still doing couple therapy? She's like, yeah, we actually went today. It's the first time. And they both say how it went good. And her mom brings up how, okay, she's like, I feel like it's a good thing that y'all are doing that. You know what I'm saying? She says, Kate, when I was your age, I didn't know what I wanted to do. So it's a good thing that y'all are doing this because you're at an age where you may not know what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? You just may not know. But I'm like, what are right now? But she said that she do feel like the separation and therapy together can help them both figure out what they want in life. And I think that's very, very true. I think we forget that Kate and Tyler in some ways were together because both of their home lives were so dysfunctional, they clung to each other. And now they're at a point to where I feel like Kate is a little bit still willing to live in a bit of dysfunction, whereas Tyler is like, I'm tired of that shit. I'm tired of that shit and I don't want it no more, and I don't know what I want. And Kate seems content in the bullshit of it all. And so it's weird. And with them being together so young, they are both different people now. For the good or for the bad. Okay, and that's really true. So we do see, they have like a talk or whatever, and she's like out of hope that the separation goes quickly and that it does not affect Nova at all. She's like, well, it'll be fine. It'll be like 1 week on, 1 week off. You'll have her 1 week, I'll have her 1 week, and that will be it. She's like, yeah, but what if she freaks out because what I'm saying, she doesn't want to go with you, she's on this whole mommy kick. So like, what if it's you're a week and she doesn't want to go? Like, do I like keep her with me? Like, do I leave her? Like, what do I do? And he's like, we'll do whatever is best for her at the time. I feel like y'all could really get divorced. I don't hope that happens, but y'all could really separate for longer than 30 days. So I don't feel like the betterment for Carly, for Nova is to allow her to feel like she doesn't have to be with her father if she doesn't want to be. I feel like she sometimes needs to be aware that she's going to have to sometimes be with her dad, and that's safe, and she doesn't have to worry about being with her dad. Like, she understands dad is safe. I can be with dad, and even if mom was gone for a minute, I know that comes from Kate being gone so much, and that's probably gonna be Carly's trigger. Damn it, Carly. Nova's trigger is how much her mom was gone when she was little. Hopefully, she won't remember it as much. But again, I'm like, I don't think the answer should be, oh well, yeah, well, she needs to stay with you, Kate. We'll do that. No, because if mommy and daddy really get a divorce, it's gonna really get tough. Okay. Anyway, Tyler also brings up how I think the separations are good because at times people just need their own space. You know what I'm saying? We need our own space. We've been together for so long, and it's just a lot going on. And what I'm saying? She's like, well, I'm just confused about it all. He's like, okay, so like, what are you confused about? And then she says, well, I'd rather talk about it in counseling. And he was like, oh, okay, because you just feel more comfortable talking about it with a therapist there. And then she's like, well, yeah, because I get triggered for this. I may resort to that. I may do this and do that. And I'm like, I also wouldn't want to be married to a person who can't talk to me unless there's a third party person there to help her, like, explain whatever. I think, like, at some point, we should be able to have some. And I think that's the reason Tyler is wanting the separation, because I feel like for him things are getting too complicated when things should be normally easy. Not easily easy, but like, bro, like I should be able to like talk to my wife, and she doesn't break down crying. I don't go crazy yelling. Like, we should be able to have a regular conversation, and the fact that we can't do that is a problem. It's not regular easy. It's now being difficult hard, and that's the whole thing. So she then says, well, yeah, I would just feel better because, I'm saying, if I'm triggered, they'll know how to walk me through it. They can explain, like, they won't judge me in any kind of way and make me feel a certain kind of way. He says, oh, because you feel like if you're not, there with them, that you'll be judged. And then he kind of looked at her like, I don't think she realized what she said. And I don't know which way she meant it. I don't know if she meant it as far as in when if I talk to Tyler, he may judge me. Or she meant we have our counseling in private. So if we have our counseling in private and it's not on film, it's not on camera, the viewers can't judge me and make me feel some kind of way because they don't even see what's going on. I feel like what she could have said was, well, let's not talk about this on camera. I'll talk to you later, but I don't want the viewers to see me and say something they feel. It was just the way she could have worded it to maybe not make him feel like she was saying that if she tells him how she feels, that he will judge her. So that's what I thought. She also brings up how I don't want to do this like every other year, or whatever, or every couple of years where we're separated. He's like, what? He was like, no, that's not a thing. She's like, yeah, I just don't want it to be like at the end of the 30 days, like then you ask me for a divorce. But he may do that. You may want a divorce. Even I know she wants. I think she wants to stay married and stay in the dysfunction of it all. I think she wants a reason for the dysfunction to be okay. Like, we have these issues because I have these issues. Like, we have these issues because I have trauma from childhood. So I'm going to always have these issues, and you should be able to accept me because I can talk to you through my therapist. And he like, I'm tired of doing that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? At some point in time, we have to realize one of us doesn't want to be in this. Okay, and so it's gonna play out. We have to see. Last but not least, Bristol. Y'all know I don't see it for Bristol at all. Yeah, at all. We see Dakota with the girls riding around or whatever. He's with his family and with the girls. Bristol brings up how, she sees he's been saying things on social media about her, the whole petty back and forth thing. And so I want to talk to him so we can get this on a better page and we can talk about adults or whatever and be adults about the situation. And so she sends him a text. But I feel like, Bristol, you said it as if it's one-sided. But you say things too. Like, Bristol's issue, Bristol's problem is she makes it seem as if everyone else is the issue. She makes it seem as if she didn't do anything wrong. And I don't think it's anything wrong saying, yes, Dakota was an asshole in certain shit, but I was also an asshole. Like, we both made these things happen. Like, Bristol, I don't see who can deal with. She seems like, a robot. She's an iRobot, and you want to send him away. So, we see her send him a text. She's like, well, he read it, but he hasn't responded. He may be busy. Okay? He may be busy. You can't. I hate when someone say, I sent you a text, why didn't you respond? Because I'm doing shit. Okay? People send me texts, DMs, messages, emails. Sometimes when they send me messages, I'm asleep, or I'm recording, or I'm at work, and now I'll completely forget to go back and respond. But I'm like, sometimes it just happens. We be busy people. Anyway, she then brings up how I had sent him a message about some stuff going on at your school, and he didn't respond. She's like, I want to be on good terms with him, but I don't want it to take years how it took with Levi. But that was on you too. You can't, girl, bye. I just can't deal with it. You know what I'm saying? It's you. Once she stops acting like it's just him, and once she takes some kind of accountability as well for the demise of their marriage and how she is, I think they will be able to at least tolerate each other. I think his disdain for her is how she pushes everything on him. It was his fault for this. It was Levi's fault. It was Dakota's fault. It was Levi's fault. But nothing is ever Bristol's fault. She's the victim in both situations of her baby daddies in her failed relationships. I can't. And that's the problem. She won't take accountability that she is also a part of the problem. Not that Dakota or Levi is innocent. Not at all. But Bristol is just as guilty as they is. So we do see Dakota, and he calls her because he got a text message. And then, he's like, so what's up? Well, I just wanted to talk to you because I think we should, like, meet up and talk, whatever, and, like, get on better terms. And he says, like, was for what? You know what I'm saying? He said everything's fine. The girls are fine. It's week on, week off. He like, what do we need to talk about? You know what I'm saying? If the girls are great and the schedule is working, like, if everything is working, like, what are we talking about? Well, I just feel like, we just need to be in a better space. He says, well, you know what I'm saying? Why can't we do things off? He said, no, if you want to be, transparent or whatever, you want to be better, like, why can't we do things off camera? You know what I'm saying? Why do you only want to talk to me when cameras are around? She then says, because it will give you a level of accountability. I just don't want any tension between us. I want us on better terms and to have a fresh start. Dakota said, we're fine, okay? I don't want a fresh start with you, but if you want to meet, I'll meet. When he said, I don't want a fresh start with you, I said, bitch. He said, fuck you. I don't want to deal with it. And I get what he mean. You have no real reason to want to meet with me. And I also feel like she's doing it for the cameras. Like, she needs a storyline. So it's a better storyline to show I'm beefing with my baby daddy, and that's my issue because he's so difficult. Look on camera how when I call him, he don't want to come like talk to me and meet with me. But his thing is we shouldn't have to meet because, again, the girls are okay. We have a schedule when you have them and I have them. And if it's about the girls, it's cool. But what else do you want to talk about? I said, Lord Jesus. So again, he said, like, if you want us to meet up, I'll meet up with you. It's fine. I'll meet up with you and talk. He says the producer Bristol is only concerned about the court of public opinion. She wants to have this aired on the show. She wants cameras around because she wants to make herself look better. She wants to make herself be like a victim. She wants to make herself look like the good person that she wants them to believe that she is. He's like, you know what I'm saying? If something is up with the kids, if something's wrong with the kids are sick, of course, you know what I'm saying, we have to talk, and I'm absolutely willing to work with her and talk to her about that. If something's wrong. He was like, but, she just being worried about little petty bullshit stuff. And he goes off. I agree. I do agree that to a certain extent, she does want to explore their petty issues, and I feel to a certain extent he just don't want to deal with her at all. Like he is like, if my girls are okay, you have them and they're fine, I have them and they're fine, me and you don't have to have this whole fresh start. I think their divorce is too new for them to be cool. Like, I think they need a breathing section. I think it may be like a year when they both cooled off. They can probably get better. But I do think it's too much mud in the water right now for either of them to positively look at the other one and be okay. But like, you know what? We can be cool. I give it a year. I think they need a full year breathing room. And from there, they can probably work some out. But right now, nah. Anyway, that's my review. I'm done. I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner. Peace.
He's like love, 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 and music.